previous segment, I've talked about how a lot of what these guys do is, again, for their social preferences, and when we talk about brands that people are familiar with, and I think that part is important of all of this because I think a lot of folks lose sight of it. These guys aren't sticking to their own thing. I think you have less problems. There'd be less people like myself if they were. We maybe make fun of it from time to time, but if they were creating their own projects, as in what they generally do would be some new IP, if you think that's the thing, but new concepts of characters and brands that they created. And then they did their social political bullcrap within those characters. You'd see less of a problem. But that's not really what we get here. What we get here is they take what you're already familiar with, things you've grown up on, things that have been around for half centuries, sometimes more, if not that, and they then run them bitches into the ground. That's how they operate. They run them into the ground. My personal opinion on this is that that's the only way that they can get people to actually buy it, read it, watch it, is if they do that. But we get more examples of this and what their intention is, and definitely how spiteful a lot of Hollywood elites are when it comes to tokenization. With the recent casting of, for example, with the chick that's playing Snow White. Now, I haven't talked about that, and I'm not going to even spend this video focusing on the actual tokenization of Snow White. There was no chance that I was going to see this movie. She's no longer the fairest of them all. That's for sure. But there was no way that I was going to see this anyway, so it's like whatever. But there's something that it is not in the comic book realm, so I don't really talk about it unless it's there. But there's something that she mentions in terms of like how spiteful Hollywood is. And I know you've seen some people talk about like the numerous amounts of tweets and stuff that she's deleted already. But you see how spiteful these people are and what they know what they're doing. This is the chick, Rachel Zegler, I believe that's how you say her name. Snow White. She's not bleaching her skin. So it's kind of the Starfire thing where it's like if you're not looking like the character, they're not going to even try to make you look like the character. You're just going to be whatever it is that you are because they have a statement that they want to make there. Here's, for example, right here. And what I did want to talk about, which I never saw this. This was only recently uncovered by some people that were going through some of her old material. And here it is, like right here, which is in the comic book realm, where she was trying to be. This is on the 14th of October in 2019. She said wants to be the new Hawkeye. And here it is right here. Here's the post that I really want to focus on for the video, which, again, just does nothing but confirm everything it is that I talk about, and how these guys, they're not only vanity projects, but these people have social statements that they want to make, and they want to make sure that they use characters that people are already familiar with to do that. Literal tokenization. Actually, I think the new Hawkeye should be a trans woman of color to stick it to the racist, sexist, transphobic garbage monster. Now, I think she's referring to Jeremy Renner. I don't even know what the context is really. Look, when they use terms like that, racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, anything short of jiggling, bojangling, and gyrating with them in a parade is considered transphobic. You have to be with them on everything and confirm and validate, represent everything it is that they do. Otherwise, you hate them. That's how they approach deals, which is why I tell y'all to just reject the premise altogether when they try to make a claim about this dumb shit. Just reject it. You're under no requirement to sit here and try to defend yourself. Now, Data Racer, when he obviously compiled all of this old stuff about what it is that she's saying, and he's bringing up the point of, like, you look at how fucked up, and he has a list, if you guys want to go to Data Racer's Twitter account, a list of a lot of jacked up things that she's saying. And he's bringing up the fact that you take someone like Gina Carano, who simply says something not even mildly controversial, really, and they just want her out of the way. It's because, again, she doesn't affirm their political positions. And this is again, they gaslighting, they're disingenuous, but this is what a lot of people had been saying. It's like, it's less about this person talks about politics versus don't. It's more of, you guys don't have an even playing field when it comes to this stuff. Like, there is clearly a slant of what's acceptable in terms of political positions, and that's only one that's acceptable. Anything that's it doesn't even have to be all the way to the opposite side. Anything that's, let's say, to the even mild right of you is considered a threat. But this is how spiteful these people are. They know they just want to take it to. These guys they do a lot of stuff out of spite. And to be fair, a lot of people support them out of spite as well. But when you say something as silly as, hey, I want to make them to take it to these guys. I want to take this character that's never been this, and I want to make them this. If you don't think that that's what a lot of Hollywood elites are doing right now, especially because they think, okay, well, it frustrates the people that they don't like, we're going to do it out of spite. That's exactly how they operate. They do shit out of spite. Remember, these guys aren't in the business of entertaining anymore, guys. This ain't about entertainment anymore. This ain't about none of that. This ain't about entertainment. This is about statements. Political and social statements. So when you see tokenizations, and I've made this claim many times, there is no such thing as an accidental tokenization when it comes to Hollywood. So when you say, okay, this is this character, whether they be a comic book character, for example, just for the sake of keeping it relevant, though that's not all, they do it for historical figures too. But when they race change, gender swap, all of that sort of stuff, sexuality changing, they don't do that by accident. It's not, well, this person was the best person for the job. That's why they got their job. Maybe they were the best person. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Anybody that knows how Hollywood operates, they don't do anything by way of accident or coincidence. From the castings on down, it's, well, we have a certain look that we're going for. We'd love to have you maybe try out for the role, or you go out for an open trial. But the open trial is only open in, okay, they need the character to look, or the person to look a certain way. So anything that happens to where it, be it a tokenization, is never accidental. It's never, well, this person just embodied. Yeah, they really got Ajax to be played by Selma Hayek because she was the best person for the job. That she was just the best person. Oh, race, gender, and gender swap, and ethnic swap. She just really knew what Ajax. Come on, bro. Like, this is gaslighting, man. And this is why you should reject the premise and just call them dumb son of a bitches. But Rachel Zegler is just yet another example of when they do shit like that. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.